Okay, Parasha Meditation, Parashat Naso. So it's not so easy always to come out of Shavuot. On Shavuot, we get to feel so directed to receive the Torah from Hashem. And then it's hard to keep it going. There's so many distractions, email, messages. It gets just worse and worse year by year. But one thing that is beautiful is that we always get to read Parashat Naso right after Shavuot. And this Parashat Naso has in it the Birkat HaKohanim, the Kohanim blessing. And the Kohanim blessing is what I call the centerpiece of spiritual healing. It is so profound and it is so, deep. And I recite it often in different ways and use it a lot in Emunah healing. And so I have a meditation that I'm going to share with you based on Birkat HaKohanim. So it's interesting. So the Birkat HaKohanim appears in chapter 6, verse 24 to 27. And it goes, Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha. May Hashem bless you and keep you. Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'chuneka. May Hashem shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. And then it goes, Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'esem lecha shalom. May Hashem lift his face upon you and give you peace. And then it says, they shall place my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. So it's interesting the way the Kohanim blessing is written. It's written in what's called pyramid style, actually perfect pyramid style, like the pyramids in Egypt, Lavdim. The first line, so basically the first line has 1, 2, 3 words. The second line has 5 words. The third line has 7 words. And the middle word of the first line is Hashem. The middle word of the second line is Panav. And the middle word of the third line is Elecha. So it comes to be Hashem Panav Elecha. Hashem's face upon you. That's the focal point of the blessing of the Kohanim. Hashem's face upon you, or Hashem's presence. We want, when reciting this blessing, we draw Hashem's presence upon us. And so we have to have that in mind when we say this blessing. We say it as it's supposed to be part of the morning prayers that everyone is supposed to say. And some people say it Friday night. Most fathers bless their children, adult or not, children or adult children, with this Kohanim blessing. And some mothers and grandmothers do it as well. And I am one of those. Nitivat Shalom asks why the Kohanim blessing is introduced with who has sanctified us with his holiness, with the holiness of Aharon, and commanded us to bless Israel with love. That's what the Kohanim say before they do the blessing in the Beit Knesset. And so he explains that Hashem created the entire world by love, through love. And that's how you can connect the blesser with the one being blessed. It's only through love. And since Aharon, the Kohen, the first Kohen, he had so much love. He always he had the attribute of love and pursued peace. And therefore, he was chosen and all his descendants to give this special blessing for all of the Jewish people. His holiness and the holiness of all the Kohanim, it derives from this love. And so there are actually, in this blessing of the Kohanim, there are actually, if you notice, It begins, each of the 3 verses of the Kohanim blessing, it begins with a Yud, which has the numerical value of 10. It's the 10th letter. And when you spell out the letter Yud, Yud Vav Dalet, then the numerical value of the inner hidden letter is the Vav and the Dalet. Vav is 6 and Dalet is 4. They likewise add up to 10. So this means that whenever the Kohanim gives us their blessing, they're blessing our 10 revealed and our 10 hidden attributes, and or our 10 physical and spirit. They give us 10 physical and 10 spiritual blessings. So what are they? So we learn in the Talmud that the father bequeathed his children with the 5 white parts. That is the sinews, the bones, the brain, the nails, and the white of the eye. And the mother bestows the red physical parts, which are the skin, the flesh, the blood, the hair, and the pupil of the eye. But God bestows every person with the 10 spiritual faculties: spirit, soul, facial features, vision of the eye, hearing of the ear, speech of the mouth, walking of the legs, da'at, which is knowledge, bina, understanding, sechel, intellect. Together, there's 10 physical and spiritual faculties that when a Kohen, he lifts his 10 fingers and he has a special way. I'm not a Kohen. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do it. I can't really do it. That he puts his fingers together in a special way, and he blesses us with these 10 both hidden and revealed blessings, both the physical and the spiritual. So let us get ready for the actual meditation. I hope you are ready for that. Great. Okay, so make yourself comfortable and close your eyes and take some deep breath. Wherever you are, whether you're sitting, standing, or walking, breathe deeply and bow your head slightly forward, opening yourself to become a vessel for receiving blessings. You have just opened yourself to receive the Torah on Sinai, right on Shavuot. It's just a week ago. So much light flowed downward from above on Shavuot. Now we need proper vessels to keep this light and channel it into our daily life. The Kohanim blessing, which always is read the Shabbat following Shavuot, bestows upon us the spiritual vessel to hold all of these lights. Visualize or recite the words, Yivarechecha Hashem, may Hashem bless you. While focusing on these words, envision Hashem's light flowing downward from heaven, landing upon your head. Now visualize, recite the word V'yishmerecha, and guard you. Hashem will not only bless you, but he will also guard you so that your blessing will keep and remain within you so they don't get lost. Think about something specific in your life for which you need a lasting blessing, and with a humble, bowed head, make your request to Hashem for this blessing. Now raise your head to upright position and visualize, recites the words, Ya'er Hashem panav elecha, v'chuneka. Hashem, may Hashem shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. Imagine Hashem showing his beaming, smiling countenance to you, and that his presence is at your side. Allow yourself to envision Hashem's light facing you. Envision this great light in front of you. Feel it entering your eyes, nose, and mouth with delicious warmth. Then visualize or recite, Yisa Hashem panav elecha visem lecha shalom. May Hashem lift his face upon you and give you peace. Can you connect with ultimate shalom and feel at peace with yourself and your body as you're sitting here at this moment? Allow yourself to feel at peace with your surroundings and imagine Hashem's light emanating from below, softly caressing your feet, ankles, calves, and knees. Tune into the gentle light rising to your thighs. Tune into the gentle light rising to your thighs, pelvis, stomach, and torso. Also from the back. Imagine the feeling of the light finally reaching your shoulders, neck, and head, enveloping your entire being with soft, serene peacefulness. Remain with this feeling as long as you want before opening your eyes and returning to the chores of your day with renewed light and vigor. So, the Kohanim blessing is a really powerful spiritual healer. It's used to ameliorate difficult dreams. King Shlomo engraved the letters of the Kohanim blessing on a board surrounding his bed, and that's what it means when it says in Song of Songs, "Behold, here is the bed of Shlomo, 60 valiant ones of the valiant of Israel surrounding it." So the number 60 is the exact amount of letters that are contained in the Kohanim blessing. And that blessing is also called the mighty one of Israel. If a person sees a wounding sword in his dream, he shall go to the synagogue, stand before the Kohanim, and listen to the blessing. Then no evil can harm him, says the Midrash Rabbah, Bamidbar. And if anyone had any kind of dream and is not comfortable with that dream, then the Talmud teaches us that we should go to the synagogue and stand before the Kohanim when they give the blessing. And at the same time, there's a special thing that we're supposed to recite that's actually in the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur prayer book, the Machzor. And the source of it is in the Talmud, and this is how it says in the Talmud: Master of the universe, I am yours, and my dreams are yours. I have dreamt a dream, and I do not know what it is, whether I have dreamt about myself or about my friend, or my friends have dreamt about me, or I have dreamt about others. If they're good dreams, confirm them and reinforce them, like the dreams of Joseph. However, if they require a remedy, heal them as the waters of Mara was healed by Moshe, our teacher, and as Miriam was healed of her psoriasis, and Chizkiyahu of his disease, and the waters of Jericho were healed by Elisha. As you turned the curse of the wicked Bilam into a blessing, so turn all my dreams into something good for me. He should conclude his prayer along with the Kohanim, so that when the congregation answers Amen to the Kohanim, they also answer Amen to our personal prayer for amelioration of our dreams. And so that's just one thing that we do with Birkat Kohanim. And now, and there's more that we have learned in spiritual healing, and which we're going to now start. Okay, so